Okay, what to do, everybody? It's your man, Dizzy Hendrix. Welcome to Dizzyville. Glad y'all came. Get a little bit of this boom boom punch face, right? Okay, so I got I got punched in the face with a thought about Floyd Mayweather, right? And like my view on Floyd, it goes back and forth, Like, okay, on one hand, I'm not gonna lie, as a boxer, I loved every point of Floyd's career. Like as Pretty Boy Floyd, then to Money. Like I loved both versions. Like it was a bad motherfucker to me. Um, Definitely one of the goats. If he wants to refer to himself as TBE, you know what? He is the best ever. You know, in regards to doing it what he did, he's the best ever. Okay, now him transitioning into being a promoter, like he said in a recent interview where he said his name stays in motherfuckers' minds. Well, because that's part of your green print. That's how you have positioned it yourself. That's how you, I don't want to say manipulated, but you positioned it that way. You're not a boxer. So how else can you stay into the public eye and the limelight, which truly Floyd Mayweather craves that? I don't know. Like, this is my opinion, but it seems quite obvious to me. That's the thing. Even more than the money, loves that the attention, fame, notoriety, and attention. Okay, here's the thing. If Floyd didn't have Gervonta Tank Davis, he'd be doing way more um, exhibition fights because he wants to keep his name out there. He would be doing more things. There would be other things, other avenues. But since he has Gervonta Tank Davis, and that's not saying Gervonta is still signed to Mayweather promotion, but Gervonta Davis did say that he would remain with the PBC. So if you're remaining with the PBC, Floyd is going to be around. Leonard Allaby is going to be around. You know, Mayweather Promotions is around. Not saying what that's going to have to do with anything. Not saying that's going to have anything to do with anything. But, you know, it's hard to see that they're not around and not familiar with his situation. But if Gervonta Tank Davis was to leave the PBC altogether and go to another, Floyd Mayweather would be butthurt because the main person that's able to keep him relevant is Gervonta Tank Davis. See, Floyd Mayweather can do less and still remain relevant. That's not because you are still boxing. No, if it wasn't for Gervonta Tank Davis, literally, Floyd Mayweather will fall to the wayside. I mean, he wouldn't be totally forgotten about because he would do something to keep his name in there. But, I mean, truthfully, because Gervonta Tank Davis is such a successful boxer and he has been such a commodity to Floyd Mayweather, that's what has been able to keep that man relevant in the public eye. That's why people continue to want to interview him, you know, because it's not like he's the type of person where everybody just wants to be around him. Yeah, he may be charismatic, but he's a dick, you know. But it is what it is. He'd be just another retired boxer. You know, would he be doing podcasts, whatever? Nah, he still have his promotional company. I'm tweaking, but who's his who like Badu Jack, Rolly. Now I ain't gonna sit here and say I know those. I don't know what fighters he has, but if he had a lot more fighters, he'd be promoting them harder. He'd be pushing them harder like Tank. Cause I remember when he used to push Badu Jack kind of hard, you know. And there's a lot of other good fighters that were once with Mayweather Promotions, and they got on. You know, Floyd, I bet not Floyd, Floyd. My bad. He can talk such a good game, and see, there's two techniques to being able to captivate an audience when you speak. There's two techniques. One, this is what pimps do. They speak real fast, real small words, real fast, keep it going real quick. So you can understand the words that they're saying, but they're saying them so fast that it's like, and then there are the techniques, the technique that is used by, I'm going to say, by the Nation of Islam, because this was brought to my attention by them. Speak more slowly and clearly in order to be more articulate. Use larger or more I'm sorry, I got distracted. Use a more expanded vocabulary. Hence, when T.I. speaks, very slow, deliberate, calculated, and very articulate in order to get your message across. Those are the two techniques. And Floyd Mayweather has combined those two techniques. He speaks slow, deliberate, with small words. I have never really heard Floyd Mayweather use any words with more than 3-4 syllables. I just haven't. I don't remember. There are certain things that's not his strong point. Excellent businessman, probably could count to infinity. Who knows? You know, Floyd Mayweather is a master to sticking to his strong points, his strengths. Very well, very good at not letting people capitalize off of his weaknesses. You know, so yeah, Floyd Mayweather is a jealous little man. You know, he's insecure. I'm gonna put it like that. You may not believe he's insecure because of his wealth, his boxing legacy, but he's very insecure. In his interview he did with Fire Hype, in one sentence he was talking about how being undisputed doesn't matter, all those belts doesn't matter, and in the next sentence he's bragging on how he held 5 different belts in 2 weight divisions. I mean, that it's not like you got those I'm not gonna say it's not like what you did and that's impressive. That's the end of that statement. But you know, how is what you did worth what they did? Like, okay, here's another thing on how I talk about his insecurities. He was bragging on how much money Tank is making, and that is very impressive. It is. Not one mention on Tank's legacy as a fighter, but Floyd Mayweather loves to speak on his legacy as a fighter, how he always sought out and fought the top competition. Floyd loves to do that. Has never attempted to make a very big fight against a very deserving fighter against Tank. Has not. Um, Floyd is a hypocrite. He's very insecure. He's narcissistic. That's just Floyd. That is who he is. But yeah, that's just I don't know if I got it all off my chest. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. But yeah, the just and see me, I'm a pure fan. I don't report on anything. I don't have any sources. I get my sources from I get my information from YouTube. I take it all in and come to my own conclusion through my own personal understanding of the information I've gathered. With that being said, man, you know, I get down and I like a lot of these different YouTube boxing platforms. I try to check out a little bit of everybody. Um, so I'll I'm not here to give any information to anyone on what I heard because I hear what y'all hear. I just like to give my opinion on the shit that I'm not really big on typing in comments and you know. But yeah, if anybody has ever really just sat back and thought about that and looked at Floyd and everything going on and just thought like, man, you're insecure, little. You are so insecure for someone who appears to have so much going for themselves. To be so insecure, that's crazy. But yeah, um, yeah. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know if, like I said, if y'all ever felt this way. If y'all perhaps ever just looked at it and listened to what he says and his timing of doing things and just like, man, he needs that attention. It's kind of like Homelander. If anyone watches The Boys on Prime Video, there's a character, superhero called Homelander, and all he wants is just to be loved by the public. He wants that attention. That's Floyd. That's Floyd. So it's like they made that character based off of Superman and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Funny as hell. But yeah, I'm going to get up out of here. Like I said, hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the normal weirdo, Dizzy Hendrix. Welcome to Dizzyville, just to give y'all a little bit of that boom boom punch face. I'm done.